Good evening and good morning to everyone. I am Bhikkhu Sophea on the Buddhasasana program. Before I begin, I would like to pay my homage to the Triple Gems, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha, with my high respect and my also respect to all venerable monks around the world, and also the two speakers here. My respect to both of you, and also my welcome to the people who are watching this program around the world. This is the Buddhasasana program, the program of the CBMS, the Cambodian Buddhist Monk Society in USA. I'm speaking from Long Beach, and today we are continuing a series of the Maha Mangala Sutta, which is the discourse of the highest blessings. So we have invited two venerable monks from Phnom Penh, Cambodia, to join us today to explore as well as to explain the meaning of the Buddha's blessing on this sutta. So once again, I would like to welcome two venerable monks who join us here to share your perspective and as well as your knowledge on the blessings. Last week, we have invited Venerable Sophea to explain the stories behind this sutta. And now we are going to continue for the first stanzas on this sutta, which is the Asevana Japilyanang Banditanang Jasevana. So let me start with Venerable Penh Vibol from Wat Patum, Cambodia, Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and Venerable Oeun Samart from Wat Analaum, Phnom Penh, Cambodia as well. So I would like to start with Venerable Penh Vibol first on the first stanzas. So could you, but before we are going to explain on that stanzas, I would like you to explain or share your perspective. What do you feel and what do you think the blessings in the Buddha's teaching?
Okay, thank you so much, Venerable Kaisapir. First and foremost, I would like to pay my homage to the Triple Gem and pay my respect to all Venerable. And good morning from Cambodia to ladies and gentlemen and lay Buddhists all around the world. So it's my great honor to share my perspective about the blessing that expounded by our Lord Buddha. Maybe you may know last week that Venerable Kusapip have touched on the historical background of the Buddhist blessing, the blessing that the Buddha, before the Buddha expound the blessing to the lay people, there were a historical background that 30 years before the emergence of the Buddha, and some argue that the blessing, when you hear a pleasant voice, that's your blessing. And while others argue that when you see a beautiful picture, and that's a blessing, that the good side, that the beautiful side, that the blessing. And some argue that when you touch, and that's a blessing for you. When you touch, and then you feel pleasant with the touching, and that blessing for you. So they cannot make a decision on which one is the blessing. So they cannot find the answer, and then those Deva went to meet the king of the Deva god, that Phra An. So he asked Phra An which one is the right answer, and then the Andra sent one of the deity to pay respect to the Buddha and ask for the answer from the Buddha. And then the Buddha explained, and then the Buddha expound this Mangala Sutta, that the principle of Mangala Sutta 32 Mangala Sutta principle to lay people to uphold and to observe so that they can get the blessing. So according to the Buddha, we can see that we can said that it is our human behavior, human action that determine your blessing. It can never be thought from the external power, or it can never be thought from the mysterious power. It is our own human behavior, human conduct that determine your blessing. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Venerable. So
Hello.
that is the
Hello, Venerable
explanation.
guys up here.
Yes. Can you hear me?
So, hello, Venerable guys up here.
Yes, yes. Uh, can you hear me? Venerable Samart,
Yeah,
So
I
can you
can
hear
that
hear
me?
you
the
clearly.
blessing. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, Venerable guys up here.
Yes. We hear you, but you don't hear us. I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
If something wrong, can you just leave and then
Probably
rejoin again?
any technical problem.
Yeah.
Hello.
So can you leave? Can you leave and you
I
join
can
again?
hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Now, let him leave and then he rejoin. So I would like to turn to this question to you, Venerable Samart, on this particular topic. As Venerable Penh Vibol have mentioned
Hello.
about. Can you hear me, Venerable? Can you hear me, Venerable Samart? Can you hear me? Oh, I think we have some technical problems here. Uh, uh,
Hello.
I can hear you, but you cannot hear me. I don't know what is the problems in here.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Yeah. I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Venerable Samad, can you hear me?
Have a Venerable Kajapir.
Yes, we hear you. Can you turn uh, uh Venerable Penh Vibol, can you hear?
Yes. Yeah. I hear. I can hear.
Can you turn your phone? Your phone is upside down.
Mm,
Yeah. Okay. So I think
okay.
I can you Venerable Samad, can you hear me now? Venerable Samad? Oh, I'm sorry. Venerable Penh Vibol, can you tell him that? Can you talk to? Oh, okay. He just left. Okay. Okay,
Okay.
let's continue on this. So we are sorry with the technical problems. We don't know what's going on here, but thank you for your explanation. So let me continue on the topic. So in the Buddha's teaching in this particular sutta, the Buddha has mentioned that asevana japalana, I mean, like to associate with the fool. So what did the Buddha mean? What kind of what should be what should we categorize that kind of fool that we are not that we shouldn't associate with? So that is the Buddha has considered as a high blessing. So could you explain to us what kind of fool is that?
Thank you, Venerable guys up here. So, since the Buddha said that it is our human behavior, it is our human conduct that determine our blessing or curse. That is why one of the principle of the blessing, the Buddha said that do not associate it with the fool. If you associate it with the fool, it will bring you many problems. So just not to associate it with the fool, that means you get the high blessing. So who are the fools then? Who are the
Yes,
fools?
yes, that is the
So
question.
the fool, according to the Buddha, he said that the fool cannot differentiate between good and evil. So the fool refer to the one who cannot differentiate between the good and the evil. The fool cannot differentiate the truth and untruth. The fool cannot differentiate what is right and what is wrong. That's the characteristic of the fool. And also the fool have no knowledge. The fool does not know how to love. They don't have the goodwill or sympathy toward others. And the fool cannot solve the problem when problem arise. The fool is selfish. The fool is greedy. The fool is proud. The fool is jealous. Who else is the fool? The fool have no discipline. The fool always lead his friend to do wrong. And the fool is a miser and never give charity. And the fool is like an animal who know only three things: eating, sleeping, and sexual enjoyments. That's the characteristic of the fool. So whenever we encounter this kind of person, the Buddha suggests us, advise us not to associate with them.
Yes, let me
Moreover, the
hold on.
Buddha
Yeah,
said that there are
I'm
four kinds of the fools.
yeah.
One who is mentally defective. Number two, the one who lack good characters. Number three, the one who have no knowledge. And number four, the one who have an evil mind. So these are the four kinds of the fool that expounded by our Lord Buddha. I say it again: mentally defective, lack of good character, have no knowledge, and the one who harbor the evil mind. So these are the four kinds of the fool according to Lord Buddha. So whenever you associate with the fool, there are many problems that happen to you. For example, if you happen to associate with the fool, people will dislike you. If you happen to associate with the fool, you can be punished by the law. People will look down on you. Wise people will look down on you. Your possession and reputation can be lost. And you can meet many difficulties in life. So these are the disadvantages of associated with the fool. These are the problem that associated with the fool. So thank you, Venerable Kaisapir. That's my
Yes, I
idea.
think.
That's my
Yeah,
perspective.
thank you so
Yes.
much. Can you still hear me?
Hello,
Oh, yeah, can you hear
Venerable
me?
Samart? Yes.
Yeah, I can hear, but
Okay.
the
Venerable
Can you turn
Sapir,
your
where is
camera?
he?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Oh,
okay. Let
hold
me.
on.
We
Well,
have a little bit problem with our technical.
Yeah.
yes, yes. So can
Let me
I
check.
think when I open your book, couldn't hear me, right? When I was Samad, can you hear me now?
So Venerable
Yeah,
Sapir,
yeah, I can hear.
I don't know. It is something. It's I'm sorry. It is something wrong in here, and I don't know how to fix this. And when I open your book, can you leave and join again here? Yeah, we got some problems in here.
hello.
Yeah, we couldn't hear
So
each
I don't
other.
know what happens. Maybe the technical problem from, I'm not sure. So Venerable Sapir, are you with me? Hello. So this is the characteristic of the food that I have shared and mentioned a moment ago. And furthermore, the Buddha not only, yeah, hello?
Yes, yes.
Are
Can you
you,
hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you
Okay.
now.
I'm sorry because I don't know what's going on with this. When it was on mic, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So thank you. So now we all together back again. So yes, I would like to turn my question to Venerable Samart on this topic. So before I'm going to into the topic, I would like to hear your perspective first with Venerable Samart. What is blessing personally? Do you what is blessing? I mean, and then also compared to the current situation in Cambodia, I know we always believe in some kind of superstitious activities. So, can you differentiate between the Buddha's blessings and our ancient belief in our societies? So can you help us to understand a little bit on these blessings? Okay, thank you.
Because just now a little bit cut, so I cannot follow your
Cannot
talk
hear.
and your question. So
Oh,
better me, yeah. Please
okay.
do it right.
Let me repeat again. I just want to hear from your personal perspective, your personal understanding. What is blessings, and comparing to the Buddha's blessing and with a superstitious blessing in our society. So, how do you differentiate with these two kind of blessings?
Yeah, like Venerable Penh Vibol mentioned earlier about the finding, looking for the blessing in the during the Lord Buddha time before the Lord Buddha reached enlightenment, and gods and human try to looking for what is the real meaning of the blessing, what the real meaning of the bliss, and those could not find any clear answer until the Lord Buddha reached enlightenment and Lord Buddha expound all his teaching related to the Maha Mangala Sutta. So as we have 38 stanza uh, within his teaching. Uh, Definitely that before Lord Buddha reached enlightenment, in the Indian society, they practice Hinduism and other religion as well. That those cannot answer to the needs of the societies. The kid could not answer to the needs of the human at that time, and that's why they were trying to find the real answer from all religion and until the uh, Deva, we call Deva, Devada, yes, in Khmer word, yeah, approached Lord Buddha and asked the question. But let's to the question that we need to compare between the ancient blessing that related to the superstition and also related to the real blessing taught by the Lord Buddha. They, the ancient blessing that people believe, they believe in superstition, believe in ghosts, believe in nyata and whatever, believe in rock, believe in mountain or whatever. This is the ancient belief. Such kind of belief is the seekable blessing. The seekable bliss is not a strong bliss, the real blessing. And because it just when the belief put their mind into that, or those belief or those superstition, it just makes some kind of the feeling that those superstition can help them, can bring them lucky, happy, whatever, just any period of time. It depends on the real situation. But when they challenge with the real situation and they not get the real expectation, those people they lost the belief. Those people they feel painful. It's not not a real blessing, and they try to do something more. But for the real blessing through the teaching of Lord Buddha, it's a scientific blessing, that the practical blessing, a practical action, because uh, the blessing in Mangala Sutra is not just for memorize. It's not a memorization. It's not just know all the words. We can remember the words quite well, and we expect the result from the verse, expect result from the Lord Buddha. We just go to pay respect to Lord Buddha and gain merit and gain the blessing. It's not such for the real teaching of Buddhism. The real blessing of Buddhism in Maha Mangala Sutta, the practice, the more practice, the more blessing.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a scientific way, and we understand. We understand.
Okay.
If we practice, we gain it. If we not practice, we not gain it. This is the real blessing. So this
Okay.
is the difference. Yeah, and
Okay.
not sackable. It's the blessing result from the practical practice is not sackable blessing. It's the truth one. Yeah, permanent
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And on this on your yeah, you can you help us to understand clearly on what the Buddha's blessing is basically on the scientific way. More importantly, is on the practice way. So I would like to turn again to Venerable Penh Vibol on what you have just mentioned. The do not associate with the fools. You know, it sometimes it is difficult for ordinary people like us. You know, we sometimes we encounter with people, and then we couldn't immediately know that that person is fool or not fool, or that person is being a bad person. It is very difficult to understand or to get to know a person that we can categorize that person is fool. So what would be your advice to the people that in order to get away from the fool, you need to, what should be the first notice that we can understand, and then we can distance ourselves from that kind of person. So could you please give us advice on this?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Venerable Sophea. So, simply put, who is the fool? The fool who always think wrongly, the fool who is always act wrongly, the fool who is always say wrongly. According to the Buddha, our physical action, the action that through our physicality that we have done unwholesome action, for example, like killing. So when the person who is enjoy killing and killing animal, killing human being, killing mercilessly, this kind of person is committing, bodily wrong action. The person who steal property from other. So simply put, tukada kamakarai. That means the person who do not do wrong through their body. The person who is always say unpleasant, unfruitful language or speech, or fruitless speech. That's the third one, the person who always think negative, who always think like want to, greedy, want to get property from other to become their own. So that is so tu chân te ta chân tay. So when you are a voice, so when the person you are found with the act of the three kinds of unwholesome action, I say it again, tu pia se ta pia say, always say bad words, unpleasant words. This is the fool. It's considered as the fool. The person who always act wrongly through their body, through their hand, through their body, that called tukada kamakarai. The person who always thinks unwholesomely, thinks negatively, thinks bad of other. They feel like want to get property divert property from other to their own. The one who harbor evil thought, vengeance, these are considered as the fool. Look like Devadatta, for example. This considered as the fool. So whenever we associate, whenever we see this kind of people, distance ourselves from these people, or we plunge ourselves into the trouble sooner or later. So
Thank you.
that's my viewpoint on associating with the food.
Thank you.
Hello,
Yeah,
Venerable
yes,
Kaisapia?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
thank you so much. So it could be another blessing that we keep distance ourselves from others as well during this pandemic, this crisis, this virus. So if
Yeah,
we could
yeah.
add in that staying keep your distance with from people, it could be uh, another blessings to this.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
because
Yeah, exactly.
it's going to be spreading around.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
is important for all of us to understand on all of this because we all eager to have a kind of blessings, and not just ourselves but people around us. So I would like to turn my question now to Venerable Samart on this on your stanza. So I think you already know what you are going to talk. So to live in suitable place or localities or countries is also another blessing. So what should be a suitable place? What should be a appropriate place that the Buddha has mentioned? So how do you describe this kind of place, countries, or localities, or of the place where you live? Also, so what kind of place that the Buddha has mentioned? So please help us to understand on this.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Venerable Sophea. Let's take the question to the stanza number 2 that the Lord Buddha explained about the Padarupate Savaso. You can hear me?
Yes. Go ahead, speak on.
You can hear me? Eh?
Yes.
Okay, because it disappeared. Padirupate Svaso, that the Lord Buddha explained about the living in a suitable, pleasant place. There are so many factors that related to the living in a suitable and pleasant place or locality. The first factors, the most important is living within a place that very peaceful. We could say peaceful country. To live within a peaceful country, it is a blessing indeed because we would have a lot of opportunity to do many things. When we live in a peaceful country, we have time to study, we have time to make a living very easy, whatever. Whoever wherever that have peaceful place, that's a great blessing and opportunity for all people, especially like people who like to live to migrate to United States of America because they think it's a stable country, peaceful country. That's why they think such kind of peaceful countries as a dream countries. So the number one is a peaceful country. Factor number 2 related to the a suitable country, a suitable place to live, is the place that have a good judicial system. The country that have a good judicial system that can provide all people the same justice when has any problem happens. Especially if you focus on the rule of law, the country will rule our laws. That all the people, no matter who they are, the rich, the poor, the illiterate, educated, or whatever, that when they have any problem, they have to access the same justice, law system, judicial system. This is the category number 2 related to the living in a suitable and pleasant locality. Number 3 that we consider as a suitable place to live is the place that we live that have school, have a lot of scholars, educated people, and education centers. So when we leave the place, we have school, the place that have a lot of scholars, educated people, wise men. Normally in the ancient time we use the word wise men. So that's a great opportunity for us to develop ourselves. It's a great opportunity for us to change our life through the education, through associate with those scholars, those wise men. This is the category number 3. The category number 4, we live within the country that have very good healthcare system. Yeah. The country that have a very good healthcare system. As human being, as the Lord Buddha said, to be born in as a human, we suffer so much about different kind of suffering, dukkha. Yeah, dukkha that Lord Buddha mentioned in the Arya Satya. Yeah, the Four Noble Truth. Yeah, dukkha satya. So when to be born in as a human, we cannot escape from the any suffering, painful or something like that related to our health. So when we live in a country with a good social, medical care, medical system, health system, very good. It's very much convenient for us. That number 4, number 5. We live within the country or within the community that people like to practice the Dhamma. Wherever that we live, that most of the people are, there are a lot of people who like to practice the Dhamma. That's really a blessing because within those country, within those community, people not commit any bad in the society. As Venerable Penh Vibol mentioned earlier, that to the first stanza that Asevana Japilianang, that the society that have a lot of the fool, the people that commit crime or something like that. So when we live in the community, the country that people like to practice the Dhamma, it's the real blessing. And more than that, within the local, with the country that we should, a suitable country, the country that have the temple, the religious practice, the temple, monks, that's what we call a suitable place to live. As like Cambodian people, wherever Cambodian people live, in United States, in Europe, in Australia, Canada, wherever, when Cambodian people migrate to those countries, they try their best to live close to the monastery, to close to the Buddhist monk, because this is the thing when they live close to the temple and they live close to the Buddhist monk, easy to approach, easy to access to the temple, to cultivate good deed, to do dana, and also to approach the Buddhist monk when they have any concern, when they need any advice from the monk for the daily living. So that factor that we need to that live within the suitable locality or pleasant place. And the next, we live within the community, society that people help each other, especially the neighbors. The community help each other in case of need. So it is really important. If we live in the community and our neighbors, we not catch up with, or it's not really good with each other, so it's not easy to live.
Yeah.
And
So
the next one, the last one, for the living with a suitable and pleasant place, we live in the home with a comfortable, a comfortable place, a comfortable home, a safety home, and a good environment. A good environment place and good environment is that very specific on that matter. If it's specific narrow meaning that we live in a home that with a good environment, with a good quality of building, we not fear or something might happen, collapse or something. Also, we consider it as a suitable place, a pleasant place to live.
okay.
This,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Venerable. So I'm sorry to cut you, but we can wrap up this that a suitable place must be living along with the people who help to make the place better.
Yeah.
We can say that because like this is another blessing, to live in, especially in a peaceful country, the country without war, without conflicts. So that is the part of the blessing, and yes. So we are running out of time, so I just want to brief a little bit. So thank you for your explanation. So the most important thing is that we, the people, need to be participate in order to make this place suitable for living. So that we can enjoy our blessings in our daily life, because it's regard to our own actions. The place can be a good place without our participation. So it's important that we all commit our good actions to make the place better so we can live. But to understand that where we live must be peaceful, that is considered as a blessing. So now I would like to turn my question to Venerable Penh Vibol, to your first point on the do not associate with the vice. And then the second point, the Buddha also mentioned that to associate with, do not associate with the fool, but the second one is to associate with the wise. So how can we categorize? How can we differentiate the fool and the wise? How can we know that someone is wise, someone is someone is fool, or is it by looking at someone's face and then we can say that person is wise, or what? How can we understand it? So what did the Buddha mention? The wise person. So thank you.
Thank you. So how many minutes do we have? How many
2 minutes.
left?
2 minutes, please.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
So I mean the whole program. How many
Whole
minutes more?
45 minutes.
45.
Yes.
From now? From now?
No, we only have around approximately 10 more minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you, Venerable Kaisapir. So I have contributed earlier about the characteristic of the fool, who are the fool. So the wise, just the opposite of the fool. So just simply put, who is the wise? The wise in Pali we call Bandit. So the Buddha advised us not to
Venerable
associate
Penh
with the
Vibol.
fool if you want to get the blessing. In the meantime, do not stay still. Please associate it with the wise. If we don't associate it with the wise, we will fall into the fool. So that's the tendency of our mind, of our thought. So the wise, according to the Buddha, is the one who always put other first. The technical term we call it altruistic, parattatha. So, for example, if a person who is compassionate is a person who have the loving kindness, so when he is compassionate, that means he put other people's interest, he put other people's sufferings about his suffering, about his interest. So it means he's the selfless person. So the wise always sacrifice their blood and their flesh for humanity and for others. That's the nature of the wise. Even they encounter difficulty in life, even they, experience hardship in life, but they don't give up their principle, the principle of kindness, the principle of compassion, the principle of love that they have nurtured since they were born. So that characteristic of the wise. And also the wife always think and speak and act wisely. That's the nature of the wise or bonded. So according to the Buddha, there are 7 qualities of the wise man. Number 1, good character. So the wise person is always have the good character. The good character, that means the character does not bring trouble or disaster to those around him. That good character. And good character, the wise person or bandit have the excellent quality. Excellent moral quality. Because of the time, I cannot go further. I just
Yes, just
would
try
like
to wrap it
to
up.
share and touch on this point that the wise person is the one who always put other people's interest above his interest. So that a selfless person, look at
Okay.
like Nelson Mandela, look at like Mahatma Gandhi. So these are the wise person. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. So fairly understandable that being a wise person, it's very easy to catch and to feel when we experience or encounter someone who is wise. Just look at their character, most importantly, their attitude toward people.
Yes.
So this is one of the blessings in Buddha's teaching. I also want to turn a little bit. So please try to make it short, and then we can wrap up at the end. So Venerable Samart. So the Buddhas also have mentioned that to have done the meritorious, action in the past is also another blessing. So, can you help us to understand what kind of meritorious actions in the past that why the Buddha consider it as another blessing? So, could you help me to explain this briefly, please, 1 or 2 minutes? Thank you. No, I can't hear you. Okay. Go on.
Can you hear
Go.
me?
Yeah. Yes.
The Lord Buddha said, taught that to be born as a human being is really a blessing. Those who to be born as a human being, they had cultivated good merit in the past. That's why in his teaching, the Lord Buddha said, "Pope Jakata Punyata," mean merit made in the past. Merit made in the past that we receive different result from that. It depends on what kind of the merits made. What kind of the merits made. There are many factors that people wish in the life to after the next life. But what here we mentioned about the past action, past deed that had cultivated. Number 1, those who cultivate made good it in the past to be born as a human was born in the suitable countries, as I mentioned earlier, because a good merit to be born in a suitable country, a suitable locality, pleasant place. Number 2, those who cultivate good it in the past to be born in noble families, a good family, in the rich families. Number 3, to be those who cultivate good deed in the past, to be born in good health, whoever wish to be good, or especially to have good health, it's even the Lord Buddha is really a blessing. Aruksha Paramalapa, or we call it Aruksha Paramalipi. Those who have good health, really a blessing indeed. So all those good health because of merit made in the past. And the next one, those who cultivate good deed merit in the past, they will have a long life, longevities. Whoever, it's really a blessing to have a longevity, to have a long life. We are really blessed to all the people, the leaders, when they got promoted, when they have achieved any thing, we are really blessed them with a good health, with long life or something like that.
Okay, okay, yeah. So yeah.
And
Let me.
the next one, those who cultivate good deed, married in the past, to be born with to be rich. Yeah, it's quite easy for them to make a living. We work hard. Some people they work very hard, but even not enough for a living to support the family, not afford now. But some people just stay in completion because of their good merit in the past, so they can make living very easy, very quite convenient. It's
Okay.
really a blessing. And also those who cultivate a good deed, good merit in the past, to be born with beauties, with good complexion, attraction to the others people. And the next one, those who cultivate good deed merit in the past, they are enriched in wisdom, knowledge. Yeah, they have broad knowledge. Especially they have knowledge to lead their life properly. And the last one, those who cultivate good deed in the past, leads them to have to the powers, gain the powers, like to become the king, to become the any leaders. Yeah, we call destined to lead the others, even not the king, even not to the prime minister, but to be born as to lead others. So
Okay.
this is I would like to summarize a little bit to the Pope Jakata Panyata. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So it is simply that to have done meritorious actions in the past is simply can put in this way. Just like we are monks, we brought up many little kids, or can we say parents who brought up their kids, and then when they get old, the kids looking after them. So that is can be summarized as the meritorious actions in the past that we have done, and then it prospers in the present. That is also another blessing. So we have a little bit time. I would like to turn to Venerable Penh Vibol for your last point. Your last part is honor those who are worthy of honor. So what did the Buddha mean on this? So can you explain to us briefly? And we have less than 5 minutes. I'm going to wrap up everything, then we're going to finish this show. So please, thank you.
Thank you. So thank you, Venerable Kaisapir. So in Buddhism, we may know that every action it related to the morality,
I cannot hear
the
Venerable
good
Penh
moral
Vibol.
conduct. Any actions to enhance our good moral conduct, either through body, either through word, through speech, either through the mind, that lead to the advancement in spirituality, or what we call the nivarana. So the blessing, the blessing does not fall from the sky. The blessing cannot come from anywhere. The blessing come from our good moral conduct or virtuous conduct. So those who are honored or worthy of respect according to the Buddha, according to the Pali, those are like the Buddha. So the Buddha, the symbol of purity, the symbol of good moral conduct. The Pacceka Buddha, the silent Buddha. And the Dhamma that means the universal principle, the universal truth. So these are the worthy of our respect. The Sangha, the elderly persons, the teacher, the parent. So those who we owe gratitude to. So these 5 persons are worthy of honor, worthy of respect. So if we pay our respect to the above 5 mentioned, great persons, the reward that we gain from our respect to these people, number 1, long life. We have a long life. When we respect life, they respect our life, that long life. If we sell product, for example, if we sell food, if food is mixed with chemical, so you get a profit. But in terms of morality, we silently killing the eater. So this is wrong. According to this is wrong. So we want a long life, but we cause short life to other. This is not blessing. So long life, you want a long life, you want other long life. So just give respect or respect those 5 people. We receive the long life. We have the beauty or vana in Pali, vana, the beauty, happiness. That the third reward is happiness. And the 4th reward is good heart, good health, and strength. And good strength, good health and strength. So that the 4th one. And then the 5th one, the reward that we receive from this principle is the intelligence. We have a great intelligence at this moment and the hereafter, I mean next life, that according to the Buddha. So when we give respect to others, that in return we receive blessing. They respect us in return. So that is why there is a saying, first give respect to others before you are respected by others. But first give respect to them. Thank you, Venerable Guys of Here.
Okay, thank you so much. So I'm sorry to say that we are going to running out of time, but I'm going to let you speak 1 minute each to convey your message to the people, to inspire or to encourage them to put these blessings into practice, so people can have blessings in their life, not a superstitious belief that they are going to empower their blessings by misunderstanding. So what would be your message to encourage people to have the real blessings in their life? So I want to start with Venerable Samart first. Okay, you have only 1 minute, sir. Please give your encouragement, your advice to the people to have these kind of blessings.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, the real blessing in Buddhism is not such kind of the superstition. The real blessing in Buddhism is action through physical action, verbal action, and mental action. So all the Maha Mangala Sutta, 38 stanzas, we need to practice. We need to put into application for the daily life. So the more we practice, the more blessing. So when we all community people put all these factor into practice in the daily life, it's not just a blessing for individually. It's a blessing for the whole family. It's a blessing whole community, society, and the country at large as whole.
Okay.
So I hopefully encourage all the people to put all these factors into practice for the blessing for our society and country. If we not only European country, not only United States America can make a great country, a pleasant place to live, a suitable place to live. We Cambodian also can make Cambodia a good place, a pleasant place to live. So a good place to live, a pleasant place to live, it depends on Cambodian people themselves.
Okay. Okay.
So hope,
Yeah.
yeah, we all will receive all this blessing. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Venerable. So, Venerable, Penh Vibol, please, 1 minute, and what would be your message to encourage people to practice this kind of blessings?
Okay, thank you. So blessings, it come from our good moral conduct. It come from the human behavior. You can never get it from the external force or mysterious forces. You look at the background of India before the lifetime the Buddha, people sacrifice animal, people kill goat, people kill buffalo, and then they pray for the superstitious god to help them, to give them blessing. So when the Buddha appear and the Buddha see all this practice, the wrong practice like this, the Buddha, no, you can never find bliss and happiness or blessing from this kind of practice. It comes from our good human conduct. It comes from our good human behavior, our good moral conduct that determine our blessing. So it can never be thought from the outside forces or outside power. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Venerable monks who have joined us to explain the Buddha's blessing on this Maha Mangala Sutta. I would like to wrap up all the talk that we have interact in this program. So once again, I would like to encourage people that if you want to have blessings in your life, first one, do not associate with the fools. Trying to associate with the wise. Honor those who are worthy of honor. So that is one of the blessings that we all need to commit ourselves into practice. And another one is to live in a suitable place, country, and localities. And those are entirely depend on the people commitment to make the place a better and can live peacefully. And to have done the meritorious acts in the past, we as a human being are considered as a very lucky being to be born as human. So these are all the blessings that the Buddha has mentioned in Maha Mangala Suttas. If you all want to be happy and to be blessed within your life and people around you, you do not need to go for or to go begging for someone else to bless you. You can simply put this blessing into action. So we all will be having blessings in our life. So these are the point, the topics that we have discussed and share. So I hope you all understand. And once again, thank you, Venerable Penh Vibol and Venerable Oeun Samart for joining me again on this program. And we will invite you again in different topics, and we hope to see you again. And once again, and also thank you to all Venerable monks everywhere who happen to watch this program. We thank you for your participation, and we hope you all be blessed, and we will see you again. And please be mindful to live your life with this pandemic. It is very critical at this moment, and it's very dangerous. So please continue living your life with your mindfulness. So avoid all the social distancing and keep yourself clean. And we hope you all the best and see you again for next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.